everybody, my name is Kyle, I'm 3639. Welcome back to another video. Today in this one it's going to be another deck profile video, and in this one it's going to be on the Lyrilusc. Yeah, this deck has gotten more support in Legendary Duelist Synchro Storm, which came out today as a matter of fact, and that support is very, very good for the deck. It makes the deck a lot more playable than it used to be, which honestly was still playable without the new support, but the new support makes this deck very, very good. I like it so much, and I'm just going to put Lyrilusc in the title, not Tri-Brigade. As you can see, I am playing some Tri-Brigade, but there's more Lyrilusc stuff than there is Tri-Brigade stuff in this as well. And we're only playing 4 cards in the main deck for Tri-Brigade, and then 2 cards in the extra for the Tri-Brigade as well. But basically everything else is just the pure Lyrilusc stuff. So without further ado, let's get into the deck profile, shall we? We're starting off with 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. This is just a hand trap for you. Ash is the most popular, and it's a very good hand trap as well. We're playing Effective Veiler as well. Not only is this a good hand trap, gets the negation and stuff like that, but it's also a level 1, so if you end up like breaking with this and you can summon this, get into your XYZ plays and stuff like that, there's that. We're also playing a DD Crow. Now this might be a little interesting. DD Crow is a very, very good hand trap, but not a lot of people are playing it in the main. They might be playing it in the side or something like that. But in this deck, we're playing it in the main deck because it's searchable in the main deck. The fact that it's a winged beast and that a lot of the Lyrilusc stuff can search out winged beast monsters makes this card searchable and very good to play as well. And it can help you extend as well depending on what your hand is. So yeah, we're playing a DD Crow as well. But now on to the monsters. Starting off with Turquoise Warbler, which is basically the starter of the entire deck. If you control no monsters, you can just special summon this card, and if this card is special summoned from your hand in any way, it doesn't just need to be by its card effect, you can special summon one Lyrilusc from your hand or graveyard as well. Just a good way to get things going, get into a quick overlay into a level 1 and stuff like that. Very, very good card. It's your starter of the deck. We got Lyrilusc Cobalt Sparrow now as a 3-of as well. This card is, if this card is special summoned, you can add a level 1 winged beast, a monster from your deck. Again, it doesn't need to be a Lyrilusc, it just needs to be a level 1 winged beast, which helps you a little bit more generic, get the DD Crow or Nerval or something like that. And then the more, like, that's very good, and but the only problem is that it can't special summon out itself, so you have to use something like Turquoise Warbler's effect, or something like Sapphire Swallow, or something like the Bird Call, or something like that to get this out onto the field and get its effect. But its bottom effect when it uses an XYZ material is also very, very good. So if a win XYZ monster is summoned using this card on field as an XYZ material, it gains this effect. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Now that's very good because you put an overlay on something like a your Searcher Lyrilusc Rectal Starling here. If you get it on that search can't be negated by something like Imperm or Effect Veiler, because Imperm and Veiler both have to target the monster, and this prevents targeting. So that is very, very good. Helps you keep extending, making sure you avoid those hand traps and stuff like that. So Cobalt Sparrow, one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. It helps you out very, very much. Next card, we got Sapphire Swallow, which, again, could be a starter if you already have a Winged Beast on board, but you have to have a Winged Beast on board for its effect to activate. So if you control a Winged Beast type monster, you can special summon both this card and a level 1 Winged Beast type monster from your hand. That's very good. Just get 2 specials out into the field again, get you going and stuff like that. Contribute to something like Cobalt Sparrow's effect and stuff like that. Very, very good card. Unfortunately, it's not the starter because, you know, you have to control a Winged Beast, but nearly everything in here is a Winged Beast, so that isn't as hard as you think it would be. Now on to the new cards. We're playing 2 Lyrilusc Celestine Wagtail. Now this is a very, very good card. So its effect is if this card is special summoned, you can add a Lyrilusc spell or trap from your deck to your hand. That is very, very good. You can search out Bird Call with that, and Bird Call is just an absolutely ridiculous card. So Wagtail is a very, very good card just for that alone, but you can't special summon it himself out by his, like, any other way. It has to be something like Warbler or Swallow or something like Bird Call or something like that. That's the only way you can special summon this card because it can't special summon itself out by its own effect because there's no effect for that. So that's why we're only playing two of it. I'm playing 3 Cobalt Sparrow because Cobalt Sparrow at least gets you an add effect based off if you special summon it. But this is only it gets the Bird Call, and we're already playing Bird Call at 3 anyways as well. But the Wagtail also has a graveyard effect, which is pretty nice. If it's in the graveyard, you can target, oh my god, target one Lyrilusc XYZ monster you control, attach this card to it as material. So it just basically gets you more materials on something like either a Sembon Blue Robin or something like Assembled Nightingale as well. So this just helps you get more materials out onto the board as well. And then we're playing 2 Lyrilusc Barrel Canary, and also another new monster for the Lyrilusc stuff. And it's also a very good fucking card as well. So if this card is in your hand, you can target one Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard. Special summon both this card and that Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard to the field, but you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for XYZ monsters. That's basically the only downside to Canary, is that it locks you into XYZ monsters, but you can do your link plays before you activate Canary's effect and then do Canary to then lock you into XYZ monsters. Again, this is a powerful extender because you're always going to have Lyrilusc in your graveyard. Very, very good card. It can help you get into just more extending and stuff like that as well. It also has a material effect as well. So basically, if it's used as a material for an XYZ summon of a Wing Beast monster, the card will gain 200 attack and also cannot switch control. So that's very good because it plays around something like talents. If you put it on something like Insen Blue Robin and you activate Insen Blue Robin and then they try to talent it, take control of it, they can't because Yellow Bitch was used. I call it Yellow Bitch, not Yellow Barrel Canary. I don't know why I do that, but it can't switch control thanks to its effect. Very, very good to play around that talent and stuff, because talent is a very fucking good card. Cannot deny about that. But that's it for the Lyrilusc stuff. Now on to the Tri-Brigade stuff. We're playing 3 Nerval. Now, the reason why we're playing 3 Nerval is because it's searchable. It's a level 1 Winged Beast, so you can search through, like, Cobalt Sparrow's effect. It can be searched through Rectal Starling as well. Nerval is just a very, very searchable card and get you into Link monsters, start chaining stuff out. And then it gets the Graveyard effect to search out another Tri-Brigade. That's why we're playing the 1 Karas, because Karas gets the effect to special summon it itself by discarding another Winged Beast or something like that. So that's why we're playing just the 1 Karas, because Nerval can search it, but we're most of the time using Nerval to start chaining things out and stuff like that. And it can also help you extend to get into like more overlays, because it is a level 1 and stuff like that. Very, very good. I like this package. We're only playing 4 Tri-Brigades, but I do like the package a lot. We're playing 1 Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. If you don't know, it's basically with the Samoric package. Same thing with Apex Avian as well, just with the Samoric package, and just a part of the Tri-Brigade package as well. So that is it for the entire monsters. Now let's get into the spells and traps. We're playing 3 Forbidden Droplet. Again, this can be Dark Ruler No More if you don't have the money for to pay for Forbidden Droplet, and I can kind of understand this card. It's fucking expensive as shit. The reprint cannot come out soon enough. But yeah, Droplet, very, very good, just going second and stuff like that. That's why I have it in here instead of like something like Crossout, because if you go second, then Droplet is still always active. If you go first, you can end up setting Droplet and have that negation during your opponent's turn. With something like Crossout, if you go second, well, Crossout's kind of worthless, isn't it? So I kind of like Forbidden Droplet in the main better than Crossout, and Crossout's in the side for me. But Droplet, a very good card just to negate cards on field that doesn't target and they can't respond to and stuff like that. Very, very good. We're playing 3 Lyrilusc Bird Call, another new card for the Lyrilusc, and an absolutely ridiculous card. Again, this card can be searched off Celestine Wagtail, so do remember that. So you can take 1 Lyrilusc monster from your deck. You can either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Then you can special summon 1 Lyrilusc monster from your hand that has a different name. So basically, it's a search and special. Let's say you have a Cobalt Sparrow and a Bird Call. You can go Bird Call effect, search something like, let's search like a fucking Barrow Canary or something like that. You add Barrow Canary, and then you can special summon Cobalt Sparrow. Cobalt Sparrow trigger its effect, add like a Swallow or something like that, and keep extending from there. Bird Call is an absolutely just fucking great card. Absolutely just it's the best spell in the entire deck. Droplet's good, but Bird Call can help you extend and stuff. Bird Call, absolutely ridiculous. You need to play this at 3. This card is very, very good. Now into a card that a lot of people might not play, depending on where you play, because this card is banned in remote duels. So if you try to do it in remote duels, it's banned, so you can't really do it. But it's called Jack in the Hand, and a lot of people do know this. Jack in the Hand is a very good searcher, so you can reveal 3 level 1 monsters with different names from your deck. Your opponent adds 1 to their hand, and then you add 1 to your hand, and then you shuffle the 3rd one back into the deck. Now that seems bad because your opponent gets to choose first. But the thing is, you get to choose 3 different ones. Usually you'll always have 2 good targets you want to add to your hand anyways. So if they add 1 to their hand, you add the second good one, and then shuffle the 3rd bluff one back into the deck and stuff like that. I like Jack in the Hand very well, but it is banned in remote duels. So if you're playing remote duels, don't play Jack in the Hand. If you have something like triple tactic talents, that works in this spot as well. But I like Jack in the Hand. So if you want to play talents, take out Jack in the Hand. Talents works as well. Now to some 1-ofs, we got 1 for 1, which is a very fucking ridiculous card. Again, most of the deck are fucking level 1, so you always have live targets in the deck for this. Again, send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard, spell summon to level 1. You can summon like Cobalt Sparrow to keep searching. You can summon something like Wagtail, get a bird call into your hand. Very, very good. 1 called by the grave to countering out the hand traps, just a very good. And then for the traps, 3 infinite impermanence, just as more hand trap fodder. So yeah, that is basically it for the main deck. Now going into the extra deck, we're going to be starting with the Link monsters here. Playing a Link Rebo because we're playing a shit ton of level 1, so it makes sense to play Link Rebo. We're playing some Morg Bird of Sovereignty here. So yeah, this is basically another like good end board thing. So it requires 2 monsters, including a Winged Beast monster, to go to. But if you use something like Nerval, oh excuse me, my bad. If you use something like Nerval or Karas, you can just end up cheating it out anyways. But yeah, it cannot be used as link material, which is not the problem with this card. Your opponent cannot target cards or this card or Winged Beast monster this card points to with card effects. Very, very good effect. And then during the end phase, if you can spell summon 1 Winged Beast monster from your hand or deck with a level equal to or lower than the total number of unused spell or trap cards onto the field. Very, very good. You can summon something like the Stormwinds from your deck or Apex Avian. Very, very good. You either get a card that prevents your opponent from special summoning except for wind monsters, or you can pull out an Omni Negate as well. It just depends on how your end board looks like. Very, very good card. The reason why we're playing it, the Tri-Brigade package is specifically for this card. And yeah, basically that's why. And then Nerval is also searchable, so that's also another reason. Now on to the Tri-Brigade stuff. We're playing a Tri-Brigade Fairjet, the Baron Blossom. Again, just a very good card to go into a Link 2 with if you want to. During the main phase, spell summon a level 4 or lower Winged Beast, Beast Warrior or Winged Beast monster from your deck. Again, from your hand, my bad. Very good card, and then once it's sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card and put 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. It's a very good card, a very generic Link 2 for the deck. It makes sense to play this. And then Tri-Brigade Shureg, the Ominous Omen, just as a Link 4 to cheat out with Nerval's or Karas's effect. Again, this helps you going second and stuff like that. That's why we're playing it. Now on to the XYZ monsters. We got a Lyrilusc Assembled Nightingale. Again, this is already being seen played in something like Tritron because it can attack directly and help you make a Zeus. That's the reason why we're playing it in this deck. It's just another make a Zeus engine in the deck. And again, we can actually attach more materials to it as well. Something like Swallow's bottom effect that I forgot to cover. If it's used as an XYZ material, you can target 1 Lyrilusc in your graveyard, attach it to the XYZ monster it's currently attached to. Wagtail can attach itself as well. It's just a very, you can attach more materials to Assembled Nightingale, just making that Zeus even more powerful. So Assembled Nightingale is actually a little bit more powerful in this deck than something like Drytron. So very, very good. Now on to this new card, Lyrilusc Assemblu Robin. Holy shit, we're playing 2 of it, and it's a fucking great card. The only problem with it is it's very easy to beat over, but that's the reason why we're playing the Tri-Brigade engine. We have to make them choose and stuff like that. But if you don't know the effect, it requires 2+ level 1, so just 2 or more level 1s to go into. Gains 500 attack for each material on it, and then if your opponent spell summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach 1 material, target 1 of those special summoned monsters, and return it to the hand. That is fucking ridiculous because it's not once per turn. yeah, so you have multiple materials with this. You can just keep returning multiple special summons back into the deck. It's fucking fantastic that this card exists. The fact that this isn't a once per turn as well is absolutely ridiculous. This card, so good. And then if it gets sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, so even Zeus can't get around its bottom effect stuff. So if it just gets sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card, if it's destroyed by battle, destroyed by card effect, if it's sent to graveyard, you can target one other Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand just to have follow-up for next turn. Very, very good to have in the deck. We're playing 2 Lyrilusc Promenade Thrush. Again, this is another new XYZ monster that was released in Synchro Storm. It's also just another very good card as well. Gains 500 attack for each material attached to it. And then once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, target one spell or trap your opponent controls, shuffle it back into the deck. This can just help you bait out those back rows before you go into a really combo board and stuff like that. This is a very, very good card just to help you go in and shuffle your opponent's back row. We're playing 2 of it because it's a soft once per turn, so we have multiple copies. We can use its effect multiple times a turn. So very, very good. And then it has like a damage step effect. If you started the damage step, if another monster you control battles, detach any number of materials from this card, that monster gains 300 attack and defense for each material detached, which again is very, very good as well for that. But you're using it for its top effect, and that's about it. Now on to Lyrilusc Rectal Starling. Now this card's been out for a while, and it's very fucking powerful. So basically, when this card is XYZ summoned, target one face-up monster on the field, gains 300 attack and defense. We're not really using it for that effect, but that effect does come up sometimes. So do remember that you have that effect. But its main effect we're using it for is once per turn, detach one material from this card, add a level 1 winged beast monster from your deck to your hand. Yep, it's a searcher that has a soft once per turn. That's why we're playing multiple copies, because if you play multiple copies, you can use its effect multiple times a turn. Very, very good card. I fucking love this card. It actually helps you make this F0 as well. I'll get to that once we get into the combo portion of the video. And then now on to just the other cards. We're playing a Downerd and a Zeus, because that's just how the Zeus engine works in here. And then we're playing an F0 and a Utopic Future as well. Again, once we get to the combos, this is basically just a monster negate, and you can set this up before you actually go into a crazy M board as well. Again, we'll show you in the combo section of the video how powerful this is. But yeah, that is it for the entire main deck. Now on to the side deck. We're playing Lancia. We're playing Droll and Lockbird. Again, this is another cross-out target because Droll does hurt this deck a lot, so you do want to see Droll as well. We're playing Nibiru. Again, Nibiru is just a powerful card. I wish I was playing at 3, but I just couldn't find room in my side deck here. We're playing 3 cross-out Designator when we know we're going first, and they, we can side in the cross-out, make sure we can stop their hand traps. We're playing 3 Lightning Storms and a Heartbeast Feather Duster for back row removal as well. So yeah, with that, that is it for the entire deck. So without further ado, let's get into the combos. Alrighty, now on to the combo portion of the video. So this is the generic hand you might get against just a generic hand in the deck. Again, we're assuming we're playing against no negations. This is just to show you what the deck can do. So we actually drew 2 Jack in the Hand, which is kind of unfortunate. We also drew a Bird Call with Wagtail. It kind of sucks with that because Wagtail can search out Bird Call, but we already have Bird Call. And then we have a Nervala as well. But this is actually still a playable hand. So we'll go ahead and activate Jack in the Hand first here. I always reveal a Warbler. If I can find a Warbler, we reveal Warbler, we'll reveal Cobalt Sparrow, and we will reveal Sapphire Swallow, the original 3. Now, again, Warbler gives you the most advantage. I think this is what your opponent would add to your hand, because this just gives you the most advantage out of all of them. So let's say they give you, or add Warbler. The second choice would be Cobalt Sparrow if they do that. But yeah, we'll add Cobalt Sparrow to hand here, and then we'll shuffle back the Sapphire Swallow into the deck there. So now we'll go ahead and activate Bird Call. We'll go ahead and search ourselves the, if I can, we just had it, there we go, Sapphire Swallow to hand, and then we'll go ahead and special summon Cobalt Sparrow here, and then we'll trigger Sparrow because it was special summon to trigger its effect to add a level 1 Winged Beast. We'll go ahead and add, we'll just get more Lyrilusc into rotation here. Let's add a Barrel Canary to him. And then we'll go ahead and do Sapphire Swallow's effect to special summon himself and the Wagtail. And then we'll do Wagtail's effect here to add a bird call to hand, even though we have already activated one. That's fine just to have your plays for next turn. We'll go into an overlay, make ourselves the Lyrilusc Rectal Starling. We'll declare the effect just to make it gain attack, and then we'll declare the effect. We will detach the Cobalt Sparrow here. Again, they can't target the card because it was used with Cobalt Sparrow, which is very good, so Valor and Imperm can't hit this card. We'll go ahead and search ourselves just, I don't know, we don't really need, like the only Lyrilusc we're missing is Warbler, but we don't really need Warbler. We'll add a DD Crow to hand because, again, this shit is just generic. Then we'll go ahead and normal summon Nerval. We'll overlay and then make another Lyrilusc Rectal Starling here. And then we'll trigger the effect of Rectal Starling. We'll detach the Nerval to just search out another winged beast here. Then let's add Warbler now because this is just another Lyrilusc we don't have in rotation. And then we'll trigger Nerval's effect since it was sent to graveyard. We'll add ourselves the Karas to hand. And then we'll go ahead and detach these materials because we are required to do so to make F0 Utopic Future and then Utopic Draco Future as well. Now, this is their only chance to nib. If they end up nibbing here, it's not the worst thing in the world because you still have Karas and a Canary to keep extending. So this is their only chance to nib, and then you still haven't even set up the best board yet. So this just prevents them from nibbing you from this point on, or just any other hand trap as well. So we'll go ahead and do a Karas effect. We'll discard Warbler here to summon out the Karas here. Now the only problem with Karas is we can't use itself to go into the Link 3, so we're going to have to declare the effect and banish 3 for cost here. We'll go ahead and banish Nerval, Sapphire Swallow, and Turquoise Warbler as well. And we'll get ourselves a Bird of Sovereignty here. Now that we don't have to go into a Link Summon anymore, now we will trigger Canary's effect. We'll go ahead and target the Cobalt Sparrow here to special summon himself out. Now we're locked into XYZs, which is fine. We're not going to really Link Summon anymore. After this, we'll overlay, make ourselves the End Some Blue Robin here, and then we will now trigger Wagtail effect in graveyard to equip the attach the Wagtail to the Unsum Blue here. Now, Unsum Blue has 1700 attack, because it's 15 off its own effect. Then Barrel Canary gives it 200 more attack as well. It cannot be targeted not only by Cobalt Sparrow's effect, but it can't be targeted because Bird of Sovereignty is pointing to it as well. It also cannot switch control because Canary is also as a material as well. So 1700 attack that can't be targeted and cannot switch control is very, very good. Plays around the talents there. And then we'll just go ahead and move to end phase here. We'll trigger the effect of Bird Sovereignty here. Now, we can either summon, it's up to you, the Barrier Statue Stormwinds, or you can set up an Omnigate with Mist Valley Apex Avia. Now, if it's like Game 2, Game 3, you would want to play around that Lightning Storm, because Lightning Storm does screw this up, because you don't have the Omnigate. So there's your Omnigate to get to it as well. You also just set this in defense if you want to as well. So very, very good end board. So basically, you get a Monster Negate with Draco Future. You have 3 Compulses with Ensemble Blue Robin. You have an Omni Negate with an Avian, or you can summon Barrier Statue and prevent them from special summoning except for wind monsters. None of your winged beasts can be targeted thanks to Bird of Sovereignty. You have a DD Crow in hand thanks to the searching off the Lyrilusc XYZ monster. And then we have some follow-up for next turn in Jack in the Hand and Bird Call. So yeah, that's basically the entire combo for the deck. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, though. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content on the channel. I try to upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a try to stream on Saturday. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.